available as a part of our celebration. Just want you to know it doesn't record you at home, just us on the screen. So at this time, Mr. Alderson, would you please begin recording? Very good. So this is where I get to start. Welcome, Vikings, parents, students, and families. On behalf of Lake Stevens High School team, we are so delighted that you're a part of our amazing learning community, and we are truly excited to be here tonight to celebrate. My name is Leslie Ivilia, and as the principal of Lake Stevens High School, it's always my pleasure to welcome you tonight. While we'd much rather be doing this in person, we weren't about to let this recognition or this opportunity to celebrate go by. So these folks are here with me tonight to celebrate, and I will share just a bit more about some of the logistics of our evening. At the same time, folks, I thought this was a perfect opportunity to also acknowledge that throughout this year and the past two, we appreciate how our students, staff, and our families have continued to remain flexible and patient as we respond to make adjustments. We know how incredibly challenging things have been. We appreciate you, and we thank you for being here tonight. Thank you for taking the time to join us remotely. We trust that if we were in person, we also would have seen a really good attendance rate, and we look forward to seeing what it looks like to being able to do these things in person here again soon. Tonight is an example of how our students continue to be amazing, self-directed, adaptable, accountable, hardworking. I don't know, what other words can I think? Invested, growth-minded, and in many, many ways, they've found ways to transform and continue to learn in differentiated formats with challenges and experiences that we like to say here at Lake Stevens High School are relentless sometimes in nature. Relentless, not always in the positive sense that the things that continue to come at us, but relentless in how we choose to respond. I'd like to start with a few opening comments and remind you that one of the wonderful traditions we have here at Lake Stevens High School is our Academic Awards Night. And the intent of our Academics Award is to celebrate both academic excellence as well as achievement and leadership. Tonight is a reflection of our semester one accomplishments. And as I said earlier, it is absolutely our honor for our Viking team to be here to celebrate all that our students have accomplished. Viking students, let me use this as an opportunity to say, please know, we are constantly impressed with your performance as well as the level of instruction you receive here at Lake Stevens High School. And tonight truly is about you. Before we get started, you can see that we have screen family here, and those of you at home, I'd like to actually take an opportunity, as awkward as it may seem in a remote format, to give a round of applause for all of our students being recognized tonight. I don't have the total number, but this would be an opportunity for us to have all of our students stand up. So in your homes, you can stand up. Families, give your student a hug, a high five, right now. And our screen, let's do a positive recognition and celebration to say congratulations. I think applause and sign language is here, celebration. And right now, families or friends, don't miss this opportunity to give that extra squeeze at home. I raised young men in my home, and I always look for the opportunity to give them that hug. I do want to give you also an idea of who's here with me tonight. Joining me on the screen and to share in this celebration of our success is our administrative team. We are going to introduce others throughout, but our associate principals, please welcome Dan Alderson, wave for me, Tanya Grindy, Deborah Hay, and our associate principal, athletic director Jason Pearson, as well as our career and technical education director, Dan Tidor, and our dean of students, Shannon Elliott. As I shared, my name is Leslie Ivilia, and here we also have several of our teaching team who are so committed, and I will introduce you to them as we go throughout the evening. And yes, while it isn't our first time doing this remotely, we know things can occur. So I'm going to ask for some forgiveness in advance. Should we experience some glitches, some of our friends are here at home. We'll be working on timing and transitions of slides. And you know, when we're in different offices or different spaces, those things can be a bit more challenging. Before we begin our recognition, I also, and I know that my teaching team will support me, ask that you please excuse us for any mispronunciation of names. It is never our intent to not get it right. We do our best, and we thank you for some extended grace if we don't quite get it right. Many of our teaching team may not have our students and individuals in the classroom, so these recognitions that are taking place are not because they don't know their own students. Fair enough. And at home, if you're finding that our pictures are covering the slide as we present, we'll soon do that in just a moment, making it difficult for you to see the picture, recognize that you can grab and adjust the speaker to place the square in a better position on your screen. So with that, I'd like to say, let us begin. And if you will, Mr. Alderson, begin sharing our screen. Folks, I'm going to introduce this evening, and we're going to move quickly through some of these recognitions, but it does not negate the importance of all of these celebrations. We're going to start this evening with our Sophomore Purple Scholars. And for any of our juniors or senior families who've seen us do this before, we typically do Purple and Gold Scholars back to back to back. This evening, we've decided to chunk that with our Sophomore Purple and Gold Scholars. We will do some of our department recognition, and then we'll come back to juniors, and we'll end this evening with our class of 2022 seniors, Purple and Gold. So without further ado, I'd like to please welcome Associate Principal Tanya Grindy, who will be doing our Sophomore Purple Scholars. Tanya, take it away.
Good evening. Just to clarify, so you know what a Sophomore Purple Scholar is, those are students who received a 3.5 or between a 3.5 and a 3.99 GPA. So those are our Purple Scholars. To begin, I want to recognize Selena Alonso, Samantha Anan, Sunan Aarons, Rael Ariola, Austin Atchison, Jaden Avolio, Gabriel Aylor, Ahmad Banisama, Riley Bolio, Cameron Bergner, Ethan Campbell, Dylan Cantu, Anna Capel, Guadalupe Chavez Guillen, Nicholas Shim, Jacob Christensen, Emily Cohen, Tavin Connor, Mackenzie Conniff, Catherine Cook, Novosai Cruz, Victoria Dane, Isabella Dare, Simone Day, Samantha Day, Brendan Dougherty, Mackenzie Duncan, Logan Dunn, Camden Edinger, Sean Etheridge Jr., Emery Fletcher, Jaden Fouch, David Eelfrey, Jeremiah Galvez, Riley Gentry, McKenna George, Taryn Geyer, Olivia Goolsby, Alec Gronig, Angelica Guinan, Lindsay Gunterman, Luke Hack, Jared Hardy, Taylor Harding, Shura Harris, Dominic Hatcher Thomason, Sadira Hyatt, Seth Heineman, Summer Hendrickson, Hannah Hernandez, Renee Holmes, Emma Hoskison, Aiden Hubie, Noah Eilenfeld, Bryson Ith, Wyatt Jacobson, Caitlin James, Bailey Jennings, Jaden Jennings, Hannah Jennings, Cameron Johnson, Esley Juarez Diaz, Gary Mounts. Excuse me, I'm gonna grab a drink. Sorry about that. I get a dry throat sometimes. Trey Nance, Millie Naranjo, Tyler Nehart, Zoe Olson, Amir Umaru, Sydney Packard, Colton Parcell, Brianna Parks, Taylor Perman, Landon Peterson, Christina Pinedo Abrego, Justin Ponto, Zuriana Popach, Julia Poston, Liam Rawson, Colin Rayner, Gabrielle Raisbrook, Zachary Rhodes, Lori Robinson, Roshika Sansudi, Jada Saris, Boyd Shalati, Faith Seals, Mariana Shea, Evelyn Skelly, Bryce Slezak, Ileana Smith, Paul Soper, Diego Sosa, Elena Soto, Leslie Juarez Diaz. Sorry, oops. Yep, I'm sorry, I'm going a little bit off in the alphabet. I missed a page. Leslie Juarez Diaz, Danny Lane Karinen, Carter Cobb, Elise Kelly, Kartik Khanna, Ina Khanna, Alexander Kleparik, Maximus Klemenko, Jack Cortese, Kaya Kudo, Liesel Kurau, Catherine Lacaba, Hayden Lascelle, Jameson Lacor, Kelsey Lau, Gunnar Leach, Owen Lassard, Jesse Lewis, Wyatt Layerly, Allison Lubit, Ava Mabbott, Oliver Macken, Aiden Marshall, Sophia Mayer, Abigail McCarthy, Jory McCauley, Jaden McDaniel Wells, Haley McDonald, Isabel McMahon, Brady Merrifield, Brooke Mosley, Madison Standish, Benjamin Steele, Laura Summers, Chloe Schwartz, Kaylin Tabor, Caden Taylor, Sarah Taylor, Holland Todd, Liliana Toralba, Moss Tovis, Scarlett Trevino, Julian Tripp, Mason Turner, Carolina Vekolchik, Braden Valiant, Layla Van Alstine, Amelia Vasquez, Sophia Vogus, Ratana Vong, Alyssa Waldo, Bryce Waxham, Connor Weldon, Zane Werner, Grayson Wheeler, Ryan Wickland, Hunter White, Cameron Wilson, Riley Ewan, Penelope Zikafus. Apologize for those getting a little bit out of order. I did practice, but those are our sophomore Purple Scholars for first semester this year.
Thank you so much, Ms. Grundy. I just want to acknowledge a couple things. While the list seems long, we're super excited, and these are really important recognitions. When we get to the department scholars, we do have pictures and photos and slides to share. It is just our purple and gold scholars that are a long list. However, it's important to also recognize that for our purple and gold scholars, this is based on the first semester here at Lake Stevens High School. This is not their entire high school career at this time. So you can also see that we're pretty excited to recognize a large group of kids, which is important at a high school of our size. So without further ado, I would like to move forward and introduce again our Dean of Students, Shannon Elliott, who is recognizing our sophomore gold scholars. Shannon.
Evening. I do have the privilege of reading the names of our sophomore gold scholars, and as Ms. Ibelia said, the sophomore gold scholars have to have a 4.0 GPA for this first semester here at Lake Stevens High School. So congratulations to Joshua, Abe, Kason, Akfai, Isaac Anderson, Michaela Anderson, Kirina Gondai Mathi, Molly Rose Bates, Tyler Bishop, Karen Bookspun, Alexa Bradley, Hannah Bronham, Kennedy Cardona, Aiden Klopp, Bryson Connor, Maya Courtney, Anthony Craig, Ruby Cruz, Aaron Cruzen, Emma Curtis, Madeline Dane, Audrey Davis, Maya Dijon, Anderson Delgado, Ferris Doyle, Caitlin Eckhart, Nisa English Ellis, Crone Edwell, Angelie Fairbanks, Camille Fink, Mia Ferguson or Fernandez, William Fox, Preston Frink, Drew Gill, Lucy Grimes, Seth Hack, Dahlia Hansen, Annika Hart, Joseph Haynes, Talon Haymans, Ava Heston, Maxwell Hill, Joseph Hogue, Elisa Hong, Zoe Hopkins, Brooklyn Hyatt, Chase Ingram, Casey Insco, Bella Johnson, Audrey Jones, Edric Confit, Henry Corobos, I apologize if I did that incorrectly, Julia Crant, Charlotte Lamb, Dakota Latham, Caden Luke, Ava Sophia Mikado, Devin Martin, Jackson McAllister, Claire McCullough, Natalie McCullough, Ava McGee, Edith Mendoza Nava, Finley Messer, Kylie Monson, Braden Morin, Jessica Morgan, Laura Moss, Faith Nance, Chloe Nelson, Jasa Nadarara, Alyssa Norgard, Taylor Odenborg, Tegan Polson, Maria Pearson, Cameron Peterson, Ruby Pfeiffer, Maya Pishu, sorry, Amadeus Pope, Caleb Pratt, Andrea Reglin, Eli Rawson, Alexi Roberts, Ava Robinson, Bumakaya Sandia, Jack Sodos, Kirana Shoendwa, Aiden Seals, Micaiah Schambarger, Arantxa Serena Sanchez, Gage Solomon, Madeline Tack, Tara Tate, Ethan Thomas, Zia Wang, Evan Weldman, Cameron Wentz, Josephine Wilcox, Jeremiah Wilson, Andrew Winston, Braden Wolk, Kaylee Warden, Aaron Wright, Ian Wright, Skylar Zaff, and Nathan Zutenhorst.
Congratulations to our Gold Scholars for sophomores and families that are with us. Just important to note, that's 257 students from our sophomore class being recognized. It is another celebration for our Purple and Gold Scholars. Thank you so much, Ms. Grindy and Ms. Elliott. Without further ado, it's always a fine balance to move with some pace here, but at the same time show appreciation for our students that are being recognized. So without further ado, again, I'd like to move forward with our Career and Technical Education Department Scholars being recognized this evening by our department head, Dawn Boyden. Dawn, go for it.
Good evening. We are proud to recognize the following scholars: Evan Aldag, Cindy Andrews, Madeline Ask, Madeline Butler, Christian Cabral Rios, Emily Cardenas, Samantha Carl, Emma Cox, Emma Curtis, Evan Dang, Grace Davis, Maddie Duffy, Anna Flyak, Jaden Fouch, William Fox, McKenna George, Lucy Grimes, Diana Gutierrez Aria, Alan Harris, Anika Hart, Joseph Hayes, Jaden Herrick, Hayden Johnson, Juby Vincent Miguel, Elizabeth Kepley, Nathaniel King, Paisley Ladd, Madeline LaPerly, Elijah Lassard, Dimitri Levian, Ryan Liffrig, Bailey McCarthy, Natalie McCullough, Mackenzie McLeod, Will Medina, Brady Merrifield, Brendan Mall, Kylie Monson, Josh Morgado, Logan Mullally, Gavin Quayle, Tyler Richards, Jessica Rojas Cruz, Liliana Salazar, Eric Sanders, Evelyn Skelly, Isaac Stoltz, Sophia Swanson, Paige Thompson, Tiffany Tran, Piper Trigongi, Michaela Tooley, Juan Vera Villafane, Ziyi Wang, Gregory Ward, Caden Wiley, Laura Winston, Andrew Winston, and Anthony Llanos. Congratulations.
Thank you so much, Ms. Boyden. Congratulations to our Career and Technical Education Award recipients. And as you know, that comes from a variety of different places within the department. So I appreciate you taking the time to recognize our students, scholars in that department. I'd also like to move forward at this time with introducing Brent Barnes, our department chair for the Physical Education Department, recognizing the scholars in that department this evening. Mr. Barnes. Yeah, there we go.
Okay, let me unmute. Hello, everybody. Congratulations to our physical education scholars. These students value fitness, health, and demonstrate ownership of those values each and every day in class and out of class. Here we go. Ahmad Manashamsa, Alexis Amos, Tyler Bishop, Jamie Call, Anthony Craig, Madeline Dang, Axel de la Riva Quezada, Jackson Deloso, Justin Gearhart, Sadira Higert, Hannah Hernandez, Ava Heston, Ian Wright, Jada Salas, Alyssa Kelly, Kartik Khan, Jesse Lewis, Jackson Lewis, Hayden McDonald, Ruby Pfeiffer, Hamid Sila, Darren Tate, Haley Try, Natalie Soon, Amelia Vasquez, Evan Raman, and Nate Zutenhorst.
Thank you so much, Mr. Barnes. Please forgive us for a little bit of feedback we have there, but I appreciate the opportunity to recognize our PE scholars. And moving next to the next department, we have our Language Arts Department scholars being recognized this evening by our Anne-Marie Russell. Ms. Russell, please.
Good evening, glad to be here. Language Arts Department scholars are selected based on a variety of criteria: engagement with reading and texts, strength of writing, critical thinking, and grit and determination. Each of these scholars was selected by their English teacher for their particular skills in English language arts. So this evening, congratulations to Ian Allenfort, Cindy Andrews, Harini Gandhimati, Haley Cordell, Victoria Dane, Emily Decker, Keith Eidson, Caleb Estes, Isabella Evans, Jaden Fouch, Cassiopeia Gonzalez, Jillian Gosney, Lucy Grimes, Hannah Hackney, Annika Hart, McCaden Hine, Isabella Hoggett, Caitlin James, Phoebe Kilmer, Cameron Lovinus, Mackenzie Lyons, Amelia Mabe, Jaden McDaniel Wells, Alexis McGuire, Sophia McCallison, Jube Vincent Miguel, Audrey Feister, Andre Ragland, Haven Rondesvet, Clayton Smith, Theron Tate, Michaela Tooley, Josephine Wilcox, Baden Wolk, and Peyton Ziegler. Congratulations to all of you.
Very good. Thank you, Ms. Russell. I truly appreciate that. And congratulations goes out to those three department scholars. And we will now pick up with our junior purple scholars, and starting this evening's recognition for our juniors is Associate Principal, Ms. Deb Hay.
Good evening, everyone. I'm very excited to introduce and share the names for the Junior Purple Scholars. That's a 3.5 to 3.99 GPA from first semester. So here we go. Rowan Abbott, Sydney Addy, Evan Aldag, Luis Alvarado Valdivia, Zachary Anderson, Elizabeth Andrews, Denise Angrisani, Melissa Arellano, Alexandra Ashforth, Madeline Ask, Keaton Axtell, Olivia Aylesworth, Leora Backman, Hunter Baltzel, Adrian Benish, Harley Bentz, Kelvin Bixler, Caden Blevins, Audrey Brust, Alexis Booman, Venezia Camacho, Spencer Campbell, Josh Emmanuel Caparanga, Anna Cardoza Calderon, Jovan Carter, Leon Carter, Giselle Castillo, Aiden Catret, Elliot Chappell, Kobe Clark, Casey Condit, Aiden Cox, Rafael Crespo, Gabriel Dakar, Alexander Davis, Justin Day, Axel de la Riva Cuesta, Jackson de Bruyere, Demarcus DeLong, Audrey Dalganov, Rose Duke, Simon Diswak, Ella Edens, Emma Eldridge, Easton Ellis, Courtney Etheridge, Connor Ewing, Piper Finley, Ariana Fleischman, Casey Fleming, Anna Flyak, Michaela Franz, Jaden Freeman, Katten Gallick, Caitlin Gardner, Mason Gasparini, Giovanni Graves, Genevieve Goosley, Hannah Hackney, Masaki Hanamoto, Jackson Hardwell, Alan Harris, Max Hine, Shannon Herrera Gaspar, Riley Hirschberger, Gabriel Hollenbeck, Leaf Holmes, Emily James, Josephina Perillo Odegaard, Lucas Jonick, Ty Johnson, Elizabeth Kepley, McKenna Kimball, Margot Konstacki, Destiny Labresseur, Paisley Ladd, Julian Leathers, Colin Leslie, Victor Lesniak, Rose Lincoln, Jordan Lyons, Seth Mahler, Barrett Martin, Benjamin Mata, Preston Merrick, Liam Murphy, Blake Nelson, Christian Odenborg, Braylon Olmsted, Angelina Olson, and Kylie Olson. Lauren Orozco, Nicholas Ouch, Blaine Palico, Jordan Petruzzo, Logan Porin, Gabriel Prieto, Wyatt Queen, Felipe Quintana, Shane Racine, Abigail Ray, Ashley Reyes Mora, Paul Rodenheaver, Holden Rodensvet, Sophia Polanay Rosen, Everett Ross, Emma Saylor, Riley Scherer, Bowen Shilati, Brian Schmid, Ty Schoenwald, Breen Shipman, Jasila Cian Parr, Mackenzie Smith, Riley Smith, Hannah Schneider, Jer Soleria Valdovinas, Leah Soriano, Ethan Stiles, Isaac Stoltz, Shyla Taylor, Ashlyn Turner, Olivia Tyson, Rian Walden, Dakota Wallner, Alyssa Williams, Katie Wynn, Madison Woodward, William Wynn, Jason Zhang, Shiveng Yang. And that's your junior Purple Scholars. Thank you, everybody.
Thank you so much, Ms. Hay. And without further ado, I just want to take this opportunity again to thank you for being here on screen, families, and for taking the time to allow us to honor our junior scholars. And now, Mr. Dan Tidor will present our Gold Scholars.
Good evening. It is an honor to introduce the first semester Junior Gold Scholars. Ian Allenfort, Lindsay Anderson, Kylie Angel, Ava Atha, Braden Baker, Ryan Beal, Colin Bizizio, Cole Becker, Josiah Bizier, Haley Booley, Peyton Bork, Alexander Bridges, Isabel Brock, Romeo Bustillo, Jamie Call, Grayson Callahan, Logan Case, Addison Claremont, Bryce Clark, Brendan Coe, Nicole Konstantinscu, Haley Cordell, Everett Jr. De Leon, Shia Diego, Mackenzie Donovan, Dylan Drain, Taylor Einzelman, Lily Elmer, Levi Evans, McCrae Flanders, Sarah Fleischman, April French, Ashton Garcia, Vincent Gentry, Reese Gerhardt, Ava Goldberg, Mitchell Hardy, McCaden Hine, Kaylin Holland, Kelly Howard, Mackenzie Insay Madden, Adeline Janeway, Jack Johnson, Lucas Johnson, Owen Johnson, Jada Knob, Vance Lesniak, Elijah Lessard, Cody Lewis, Devin Lovelace, Tyler McElhaney, Mackenzie Marquin Duchette, Joseph McGinnis, Alexis Medina, Sophia Michelson, Yuna Mamura, Emma Miner, Brendan Mole, Kelly Wen, Rachel O'Malley, Hermione Andre Lopadua, Angelina Pamashian, Audrey Feister, Tuan An Pham, Allison Powers, Reek Prus, Almadelia Paludio, Amal Ray, Tyler Richards, Caitlin Rodrigo, Kira Raiba, Haracha Sakakyan, Eric Sanders, Lily Scrivens, Jacob Sevilla, Tylen Shinagawa, Alexandra Simonson, Morgan Simpson, Torrance Sims, Madeline Smith, Kennedy Steen, Rhett Stevens, Regan Stuhler, Cole Thacker, Khalees Thompson, Paige Thompson Van Isabel Thorenson, Elizabeth Teekskitter, Haley Try, Nikita Skelkov, Natalie Sung, Niall Van Straten, Franco Vidal, Ella Veladko, and Saho Yamashita, Lindley Young, and Peyton Ziegler. And congratulations.
Thank you so much, and congratulations to our junior scholars, both purple and gold. Thank you so much. We're going to move forward with our social studies department scholars, and at this time, I'm going to invite Miss Katie Tilley to take over. Miss Tilley?
Thank you. So it's my pleasure to announce the semester scholars for the social studies department. Our history scholars had impeccable attendance. They scored at the top of their class, and they thoughtfully added to class discussions. Those scholars are Bren Anderson, Molly Rose Bates, Logan Criskaden, Haley Cordell, Grace Davis, Elizabeth Ferguson, Jonathan Frame, Caitlin Fremming, Lilia Gritskanyuk, Get Hardwick, Nylan Harrington, Maxwell Hill, Melissa Jimenez, Jack Johnson, Hayden LaSalle, Tiane Lazard, Alexis Medina, Natalie McCullough, Brendan Mall, Marina Pearson, Amel Ray, Joanna Ramirez, Fernanda Rodriguez Espinoza, Eric Saunders, Aiden Seals, Madison Standish, Haley Tabor, Madison Von Melville, Andrew Winston, Ian Wright, and Peyton Ziegler.
Thank you so much, Ms. Tilley, and thank you as well for our Social Studies Department scholars and working so hard. You can see some of the names are maybe repeated, but at the same time, we never want to miss an opportunity to recognize our students. And so this time we get to move into our Math Department scholars, and this evening we are recognizing those students by our teacher, Mr. Rick Odom. Mr. Odom.
Rick, you muted, brother.
Mr. Odom, your mic needs to be unmuted.
There we go. That's good. That's better. Yeah, I've got through the whole list. No. Good evening, and thank you for this opportunity to introduce the math scholars for the first semester. The following students exhibited exceptional effort, perseverance, and grit throughout the entire semester. So without further ado, I will read the names. Joshua Abe, Amelia Abels, Iman Al-Ghazali, Bren Anderson, Michaela Anderson, Zach Anderson, Alyssa Arsino Leon, Harini Gandamati, Austin Atchinson, Leora Beckman, Braden Baker, Ahmad Banashamsa, Molly Rose Bates, Ryan Beal, Tyler Bishop, Karen Bookspun, Hannah Branham, Alex Bridges, Ella Burt, Anna Capel, Kennedy Cardona, Logan Case, Aidan Klopp, Haley Cordell, Christian Correa, Maya Courtenay, Emma Cox, Ruby Cruz, Emma Curtis, Madeline Dang, Evan Dang, Grace Davis, Derek De La Cruz, Everett De Leon, Addison Delgado, Reagan Delgado, Addison Douglas, Camden Edinger, Chance Engle Rodriguez, Nisa English Ellis, Caleb Estes, Solomon Uzaraga, Chone Yule, Mia Fernandez, McCrae Flanders, Ariana Fleischman, Billy Fox, Preston Frick, Randy Galovic, Jeremiah Galvez, Drew Guile, Riley Gentry, Lucy Grimes, Dahlia Hansen, Get Hardwick, Angelina Hart, McCaden Hine, Seth Heineman, Talon Haymans, Jacob Hines, Raina Holmes, Alyssa Hong, Hannah Horton, Aiden Hubble, Brooklyn Hyatt, Casey Insco, Adeline Janeway, Bailey Jennings, Jaden Jennings, Caitlin Johnson, Danny Lane Karenin, Alexander Kleparek, Jada Knob, Liesel Kurau, Devin Lovelace, Jackson McAllister, Claire McCullough, Ava McGee, Joey McGinnis, Edith Mendoza Nava, Finley Messer, Hannah Mikhailson, Sophia Mikhailson, Chube Vincent Miguel, Yuna Mimura, Emma Miner, Juan Moreno, Eric Morgan, Jessica Morgan, Faith Nance, Trey Nance, Chloe Nelson, Josiah Nataria, Rachel O'Malley, Nicholas Ouch, Sydney Picard, Hermione Padois, Ruby Pfeiffer, Amadis Popa, Andre Ragland, Eli Rawson, Zachary Rhodes, Ava Robinson, Lorraine Rosen, Jack Santos, Alyssa Silk, Bryce Slezak, Gage Solomon, Elizabeth Stalkey, Benjamin Steele, Ethan Stiles, Isaac Stoltz, Chloe Swartz, Madeline Tack, Shyla Taylor, Ethan Thomas, Isabel Thorenson, Elizabeth T. Skidder, Scarlett Trevino, DJ Trout, Rega Van Gala, Madison Von Melville, Ratana Vong, Zhuyi Wang, Gregory Ward, Evan Wellman, Cameron Wentz, Josephine Wilcox, Andrew Winston, Baden Wolk, Kylene Warden, Aaron Wright, Ian Wright, Jason Zhang, Seiho Yamashita, Skylar Zapf, Brian Zutenhorst, Nathaniel Zutenhorst, and Peyton Ziegler. Congratulations.
Thank you so much, Mr. Odom. And families at home, this is where we might not have the opportunity to stand up and stretch. We ask that you continue to stay with us, because if we were in person and you got up and left, it would really not allow us to honor the rest of our recipients this evening. But we also recognize that you're in the comfort of your home, so a little squiggle or a stretch would be appropriate. And I would like us to continue at this time. We're just over halfway, and we have 3 departments and our purple and gold scholars for our class of 2022 seniors. So at this time, I'd like to introduce and welcome our science department scholars being recognized this evening by Sarah Summers. Ms. Summers?
Good evening, parents and students. It is my pleasure to present the science department scholars for first semester. First, we'd like to recognize Harini Gandhi Mathi, Ava Callan, Daniela Capilli, Mackenzie Conniff, Audrey Davis, Everett De Leon, Shia Diego, Ferris Doyle, McCaden Hine, Lucas Johnson, Dakota Johnson, Elizabeth Kepley, Destiny LaBrasser, Stephen Lee, Owen Lassard, Caden Luke, Joseph McGinnis, Jubii Vincent Miguel, Taylor Odenborg, Savannah Osborne, Marina Pearson, Yvette Ramirez Lopez, Bowen Scalati, Olivia Shore, Madeline Tack, Julian Tripp, Franco Vidal, Rianne Walden, Evan Wellman, Baden Wolk, and finally Skylar Zapf. Your
Thank
science
you.
department scholars.
Thank you so much, Ms. Sarah Summers. And I just want to take this opportunity. It's so great to see our students' faces on our pictures and to listen to all the beautiful pronounced names. Also, again, I'm going to use this as an opportunity to forgive us for some mispronunciations. There's some beautiful pronunciations, and I'm sure we're mixing it up as I listen to a few of them being pronounced. Recognize that it is our aim and our goal. We do prepare for this evening to get it right. And that moves us into our purple and gold scholars for our seniors. So I'm going to introduce and invite Mr. Dan Alderson, Associate Principal, to recognize our first semester purple scholars for senior class.
Good evening, Viking families, and thanks for being with us. Tonight for Purple Scholars for Seniors, we have Emily Andelin, Maya Anderson, Camden Anderson, Noah Anderson, Latara Ain, Ailey Atwood, Kaylee Austin, Anna Bagley, Ella Balin, Cameron Balt, Mason Barkley, Luke Bates, Josie Bittness, Annalisa Buck, Alexandra Birch, Elizabeth Busby, Madeline Butler, Christian Cabral Rios, Eliana Calderon, Christine Canal, Jordan Cantu, Jaden Cardona, Carmen Carreño Ellis, Samuel Carter, Valerie Chandler, Caden Chichester, Jack Clark, Marcella Colocho, Michael Colonna, Anna Colvin, Tyler Conley, McKenna Connor, Kyan Connor, Logan Content, Emma Courtney, Jaden Cullison, Kayla Dahlquist, Derek De La Cruz, Melanie Delestre, Jackson Del Rosso, Molly Denton, Aidan Doherty, Madeline Duffy, Letha Duncan, Hannah Dunn, Elizabeth Ferguson, Evan Fisher, Logan Flynn, Rachel Foss, Ludvika Garcia, Cassiopeia Gonçalves, Diana Gutierrez Arias, Joel Hack, Taylor Hack, Noah Hannes, Allison Hardison, Zachary Harris, Nathan Hawes, Kylie Hazard, Caleb Hennis, Armin Herrera Martinez, Kylie Hill, Isabella Hoggett, Kaylee Human, Camden Ith, Jillian Ivers, Melissa Jimenez, Emily Justice, Jaden Kaplan, Louis Camus, Austin Keim, Nathaniel King, Drew Kraxberger, Luke Kustra, Megan LeBay, Wintno Lackdow, Ellie Langerveld, Joshua Langlet, Madeline LaPearl, Tijane Lazard, Demetrios Levian, Nathan Lindholm, Julia Lopez Vargas, Cameron Lovinus, Kylie Lynn, Grace McGillis, Avery Mays, Ashton Marshall, Sydney Martin, Christopher Masuda, Claire Mayer, Hayden McDonald, Wilbur Medina, Taryn Melton, Katana Miller, Catherine Miller, Jason Miller, Jocelyn Mondragon Martinez, Brett Monses, Galilea Morales Castillo, Josh Morgado, Eric Morgan, Tyler Mosley, Kaya Moss, Jordan Newby, Sasha Newcomb, Andrew Nolt, Haley O'Byrne, Elsa Oldham, Lomani Ontiveros, Elizabeth Ortiz Urenda, Savannah Osborne, Camden Pa, Logan Palpong, Gunnar Parker, Chloe Pattison, Ana Sofia Perdices, Cassius Peterson, William Peterson, Taylor Peterson, David Fawn, Marios Pokum, Brady Polkinghorn, Ethan Posey, Layla Prevost, Alana Ramales, Isabel Ramirez, Joanna Ramirez, Lizbeth Ramirez Santiago, Tristan Reynolds, Conan Reinhardt, Haley Roll, Junior Sanchez Alvarez, Lucas Siebel, Dylan Slezak, Justin Soriano, Jack Stevens, Caitlin Stubrid, Emily Sutton, Yukako Takahashi, Coraline Taylor, Jacob Taylor, Jacob T, Zachary Titorenzel, Ethan Tran, Michaela Tooley, Alyssa Van Winkle, Juan Vera Villafane, Mario Vergara Valdez, Trent Wagenhofer, Hannah Walker, Megan Walker, Abigail Walker, Cordelia Wilcox, Caden Wiley, Aiden Williams, Julia Winther, Jenna Winther, Madison Bertala, Alexander Wolf, Dustin Wolfstone, Haley Woolridge, Ashlyn Wright, Isaac Zhang, Michael Zhang, Anthony Llanos, and Alexandra Yater.
Congratulations to our Purple Scholars, and thank you, Mr. Alderson, for such wonderful recognition. I'd like to move forward with our semester senior gold scholars. And to do that this evening, I'd like to invite Mr. Jason Pearson.
Yeah, it's with my great pleasure to announce our senior gold scholars from first semester, our 4.0 GPA for the class of 2022. So again, like to recognize Amelia Abels, Natalie Anderson, Kylie Asher, Elise Baker, Holly Balan, Jackson Balmer, Ella Burt, Benjamin Campbell, Danielle Capili, Emily Cardenas, Logan Criskaden, Don Cornel, Christian James Correa, Emma Cox, Evan Dang, Ella Daniels, Grace Davis, Aubrey DeJean, Reagan Delgado, Denise Diaz, Kieran Deasy, Lance Kevin D. Mayo, Addison Douglas, Cody Fair, Sierra Flores, Noah Fonnant, Jonathan Frame, Kira Freeman, Robert Freeman, Joseph Garrett, Justin Gerhardt, Mia Gilbert, Lilia Kristaniak, Get Hardwick, Jaden Herrick, Faith Hill, Richard Hempel, McKenna Jensen, Caitlin G. Johnson, Caitlin M. Johnson, Kumuko Juger, Ella Kelperik, Ryan Liffrig, Amelia Mabe, Ashlyn McKay, Bailey McCarthy, Mackenzie McLeod, Abigail Means, Hannah McCallison, Drake Maselli, Juby Vincent Miguel, Emma Morris, Rachel Nash, Valentine Nielsen, Quincy Odom, Olivia Paduano, Colby Pfeiffer, Violetta Gomez, Jennifer Ramirez, Jessica Rojas Cruz, Melissa Romo Vasquez, Aria Riba, Liliana Salazar, Sean Sanchez, Anna Schradel, Paul Adrian Cisse, Carter Shelton, Owen Smithies, Cameron Smuts, Elizabeth Stalkey, Skylar Standish, Gavin Steidel, Haley Tabor, Theron Tate, Baylor Thomas, James Thompson, Haley Trolaba, Tiffany Tran, Trin Tran, Piper Drejonian, Dwayne Trout, Raga Vangala, Vikrant Verma, Madison Von Melville, Greg Ward, Dylan Wells, Gavin Whitbeck, Lauren Winston, and Brian Zutenhorst.
Thank you so much, Mr. Pearson. I think it's an important super fun fact to announce real quickly that is 257 of our seniors being recognized for purple and gold scholars, the exact same number for our sophomore gold scholars, and I forgot to announce it for our juniors, 228 total. So just over 600, 700 names being recognized for our purple and gold scholars. It's a great accomplishment of a school of about 2,100. I want to be able to move forward as we continue recognizing, and again, thank you for sticking with us, families. We are moving with our Fine Arts Department scholars being recognized this evening by teacher Monica Tabor. Ms. Tabor?
Good evening, everyone. It is my pleasure to celebrate the creativity of our Viking artistic scholars. The following artists have been recognized for their exceptional ability to create, respond, perform, or publish in collaboration with their teacher artists and peers. Congratulations to Ellie Bain, Kira Kokorin, Diana Gutierrez Arias, Sierra Hampton, Ella Kliparik, Alexandria Linder, Jessica Morgan, Brooke Mosley, Hermione Andre Padua, Taylor Perman, Tegan Pesh, Layla Provost, Conan Reinhardt, Emily Sutton, Haley Tabor, James Thompson, Piper Tregoning, DJ Trout, Ella Vladico, Madison Bortala, and Ashlyn Wright. Congratulations.
Thank you so much, Ms. Tabor. And we will close our evening with our World Language Department scholars and a few closing comments afterwards. Thank you for again being with us tonight. We would recognize at this time Madam Suzanne Bailey, recognizing our World Language Department.
Last but not least, the World Language Scholars are Ian Allenfort, Ava Atha, Braden Baker, Alexis Bunau, Esther Gardner-Richter, Faith Hill, Ina Khanna, Sophia McAllison, Joseph Michaud, Brendan Mall, Emma Morris, Faith Nance, Andre Ragland, Haven Rondesvet, sorry, Haracha Sahakian, Tylen Shinagawa, Madeline Smith, Madeline Tack, Raga Vangala, Wyatt Waters, and Alexandra Yeater. Congratulations.
Thank you so much, Madam Bailey. And so families, I do want to give just a few congratulations and closing comments. Again, this would be the point in our evening where we would possibly give some prizes and hand out dilly bars. But that doesn't negate the fact that we are truly appreciative of all the efforts and the characteristics that converge for our students to be successful in their academics, as well as in their community, especially given the continued unique challenges. So Student Vikings, our Viking family recognizes our partnership with those friends and family at home or in your lives. Caring people, strong work ethic, grit, perseverance, like I said before, relentlessness, and a community that values learning. They're all components that have contributed to your success. So to our award recipients tonight, again, just over 900, I think, being recognized tonight. We want to be sure to take an opportunity to say congratulations, but that you also enjoy this moment. Carry these skills forward and do your best to make it more than just one semester of success. Instead, be sure to establish a pattern of behaviors and that contribute to a lifetime of good decisions and sense of accomplishment. I truly hope that you see the value in your efforts and that you feel encouraged to continue developing this mental model. I know that your teachers and your staff here at Lake Stevens High School are extremely proud of you as individuals and as well as the collective accomplishments that we've achieved together as Vikings. So now, Vikings, use this as your opportunity to look to those around you, whether it be family, friends in your own space this evening, or even teachers or staff members that support you. Use this as a chance to say thank you. Possibly end this evening by sending an email, writing a card, reaching out to those who have made a difference for you and with you. Let them know you appreciate them. Maybe take the opportunity tomorrow to also say thank you. So here's this last closing quote I'm going to say. We must find time to stop and thank the people who make a difference in our lives. Feeling gratitude and not expressing it is like wrapping a present and not giving it. So be sure to give that extended celebration, but most importantly this evening, congratulations, Vikings. We're here to celebrate you and thank you again for staying with us. And imagine a bowl of ice cream or a dilly bar, or go get yourself one. Celebrate tonight and thank you. We did that wonderful recognition in just about an hour. So please know we do care to say good job. Thank you, Vikings. I cannot close without saying today, it is a great day to be a Viking. Congratulations.